20 on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Oakland Raiders.
Yo.
In Oakland, California.
It's your boy Dre burning blunts here with the early morning of a franchise season game. We got the Raiders up next. If you watched the last episode, you should kind of understand with the Giants and the Raiders. It's going to be about the same game. I won't give no spoilers to the last episode. Definitely like and subscribe. About to spark up this bowl.
Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
Andre Davis is looking like the clear MVP this year. Let's see if he can finish the second half of the season off the same way he started the first half.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their
boy
opening
Damon
drive.
Veltri having a nice
and out
season.
will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Hopefully we can get him over 2,000
I think you're right.
yards after this game.
You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders.
First
I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Andre.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns just to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
We ain't got to worry about no Khalil Mack.
Here's a give to Davis. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cleveland Farrell in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Davis. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do? And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take the first quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Carr.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their efficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
If our special teams can
returnable here for Davis.
I think that something is...
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
I thought I could
Getting
break
set
out.
to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said,
damn, CJ,
you have this type of a game each and
but at
every week, you
least
sign up for it. You wouldn't
run the nigga over like you got the
Let's
ball.
face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
2nd and 13. Eluding the pressure right.
You couldn't just throw it away?
Go with it, and he goes down. Sam Acho. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I can say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops.
That was fake.
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out
they
for?
hooking me
More
up with
pressure
that
coming
one.
at you because it seems to be working
Does
pretty
they,
well.
go ahead and glitch the game for me the
26 yards.
They
And a
obviously
good quarterback facing zone coverage if he has just a little bit of time to serve.
We're going to give Andre the ball, let him
No
run out
doubt
of
about it.
bounds.
If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme.
I'm going to try this play again. Hopefully CJ Anderson
did that against Denver.
brings
They lost the game ultimately.
with
They
him.
dropped the defensive end out, and he
I
ended
know
up
you're
with an
not a
interception in
fullback,
that game in
CJ
Super Bowl
Anderson,
50.
damn, dude.
Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. For the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively. And we look now at the Lions offense.
Tight end Jesse James has made the move from Pittsburgh, where he spent his first 4 NFL seasons. Now he's going to reside in Detroit. A big target at 6'7", a terrific run blocker, has a great chance to beat his career high in receptions.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sam Acho able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride. And they
That's
go
tight-ass
every
punter.
job
He always kicks it within the 10-yard line.
With no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Carr now on 1st down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
He's wearing his whole old helmet, too.
Pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
2nd quarter from Oakland, the home-standing Raiders with the football here. Carr now to throw, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. They had 2 straight 1st downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not after the catch.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense. It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
That run shit does not work.
Losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Trey
Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Took him out of field
goal range.
range.
Time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to do it.
I thought he was going to put us at the 2-yard line.
Blocking, but to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
Let's get it, Damon.
Out comes his field general.
They've already taken
leading his offense
3-4 sacks. It's not good, G's. It's not good.
They begin with a run by Davis, and he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down.
Oh, what the heck?
Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Tyre Whitehead, top 10 in tackles last year, up to make the play. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the 1st half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They're going to try and throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. A first down carry for Davis. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line.
Tough
Just a 3-yard gain there.
Run the ball 25
They tried a
times
quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That was a nice pick.
Picked by Darryl Worley.
And he's going to return it for 6.
Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Everybody's got to score at least once.
Carlson up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium to wrap up this first weekend in November. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there.
Why?
Got him from his linebacker.
That's 5 sacks in the first half, bro.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's got this down to the 35. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practice,
like, dude, there's no.
Cleveland Farrell
That's 5
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Sacks in the first
many times
half,
when you talk
bro.
about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He completes it to Bryant. And he takes
This man, Dez Bryant, is a fucking animal, bruh.
Dez Bryant,
like,
touchdown number 8 on the year.
He's a big reason as to why we're 7-0 right now. And he's not even the starting receiver. Like,
the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
3rd on 4th on the depth chart. Marvin Jones is number 1. Galladay's number 2. Amendola's the slot. And he's got 7 touchdowns and like 12 catches. Like, every time he touches the ball, it's most likely going for 6.
And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said.
Got
they
a
haven't made
contract
anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give him a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Throw left side, complete.
That should have been
That's
a pick
great.
because he should have kept running towards me for the pick, but then they just somehow can just stop on a
with just
dime
over
in the middle
40
of a
seconds
route.
to go in the first half. Now Carr. Over the middle, Henry Wilson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Just
the goal
double
for any
cover
offense
this
versus his
nigga.
own defense.
AB.
Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
There's other receivers who can obviously score on the team too.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be
they didn't have no more timeouts anyway. John Gruden, you're a dumb son of a
They took that one
bitch.
from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with a stop in Los Angeles. Green Bay.
You want the third quarter already? No problem.
Glitching.
Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
As good as our defense is, we have hardly any sacks.
As that sails over the end
We
line.
get picks every so often. We're not
Out comes
the
the Raiders
most
offense. They'll
dominant
go on offense
interception
first to
team.
start quarter
But
number 3. They're close game, but they're
definitely
going to need to do a
getting
little
hardly
bit better
any sacks.
probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give
About
up
to
a
be a
touchdown.
pick.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the
I knew that was going to happen.
Delivers the ball.
I knew it was going to AB, but I didn't think it was going to be fake.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make
Ain't
the play.
finding no way to move the ball, though.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devon Kennard. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start.
No.
He really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway. But when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And under
Snacks.
the he's brought down.
Big snack, snacker.
341 pounds of power for the sack.
Brandon,
That's
what
like
I
his
remember
only
most
second
about playing
sack
with
of the
guys
season.
who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
That was a
There's no
fumble.
magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner,
I
after
guess.
such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it.
Damn, 79 if you just held your block a little longer.
And you know he's taking
This would be like the first game he didn't get 100 yards rushing.
Whitehead, top 10 in tackles last year, up to make the play. Again, it's Davis. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down.
Yeah, 7 more rushes too. Oh, we got 1,000 yards rushing this season.
Protect this lead. Give it to the backs. Play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And
the future of the NFL,
at this
bro.
point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
Hey, Orbit.
On play action, they'll throw. And
Jesse fucking James.
And able to get this one across the 45.
That's a cold-blooded man right there, ladies and
12 more
gentlemen.
yards there and another first down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
2nd and 4. Flushed out right.
What? He was outside of the tackle.
As that one falls incomplete.
I literally stepped outside the tackle and threw the ball. I swear, they be bullshitting,
Clearly
bro.
wasn't outside of the tackle box.
Clearly wasn't. I literally made a step outside of the box
So
just for that reason.
Just remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. They're going to look to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete.
That boy gets hammered.
Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Like, bruh, this punter is like one of the best punters I've ever used
for a touchback.
in a game of Madden. Like, he always puts it, lands it in the 10-yard line, but it always bounces.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do
I thought it'd be a blowout this game.
Panic creep in and affect their
Apparently
play.
not.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Carr. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
David Carr trying to prove
This has to
something.
go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there.
That shit already know. Running the ball is just not going to work today.
Again, as his nightmare afternoon continues. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
There's only been like one player to get 100 yards rushing on
interior
us.
guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how you going to
do it earlier while he was on the run with that,
keep him in. Your running backs have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They
16
trying.
yards, a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now, throwing the ball on this drive. They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. They'll run with Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
They ain't trying to lose.
Isaiah Crowell, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and
Damn,
good.
that was 11 fucking plays.
Is we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the numbers show the improvement, and this is kind of what we thought we would expect to see from him. I know we overanalyze these things sometimes, but what switch? Let's flip that switch.
Sometimes I think when you're as great as he is, you just kind of roll out each game and expect good things to happen. And that's not always the case. Those guys on the other side of the ball, they're the NFL 2 for a reason. So maybe at halftime he gets a chance to regroup, kind of get it back together, get a little extra resolve, and now he's putting it into practice.
Good yardage as he
That
rumbles
boy he's a problem.
Another carry for the
He is
leader
a
and
problem.
a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Escaping the pressure. Right.
Oh, really?
And this one's incomplete.
Just right over the man's head.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head. Galladay's got it.
Kenny Galladay.
Have a touchdown.
Now we just got to hold
his 4th touchdown on the
these
year.
niggas.
And the Lions have broken their tie as they take the lead.
Almost missed that.
Bryant tacks on the extra point.
A lot of people might call this
Gotta
backyard
hold
football.
them for
Sometimes
like
just
5
understanding
minutes.
who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him
Maybe
an opportunity
even
to go up and make a
faster
play,
than
even
that.
when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
1 yards to go. We need some solid defense.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
And that's game.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
100-yard game.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
This man is just unstoppable.
Dez Bryant, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
9 touchdowns with like 13 receptions. Every time he touches the ball, it's going for 6, bro. It is going for 6. It don't matter where he is. The ball touches his hands 80% of the time. It's for 6.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The way the game goes with him. Dez Bryant is just, he's an animal. He's showing up. He wants the Pro Bowl again this year. He's ready for everything that's supposed to be coming to him. He had shitty ass Romo and Dak Prescott. Didn't really have a quarterback that could really slang that thing to him. And now he do. He got a quarterback. He got a solid running back. He's having a good season.
At this stage, this drive's got to be.
And he's not even touching the ball a lot. He's just touching it when it matters the most. That's what you got him for. To show up when we need him.
No doubt.
They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Routes.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys.
We know what y'all really want.
Too strong. Down he goes.
Trey Flowers with his second sack.
Able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears.
The fact that Elijah didn't snag that shit.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted.
So they're going for it. Incomplete.
They're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Carr. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he gets this one to midfield.
Nice hit, Coleman. Like I said, I give Coleman so much respect, bruh. He a 3rd string receiver playing 2nd string ball all game. It's Melvin, he's been playing. Yeah, Melvin's been playing that slot. And he's been running amok at slot. Coleman, he's held his own.
So it's Raider
I haven't seen a single receiver come out here and embarrass him and put him on the burners. So, shit, that's cool with me.
Caught left side, Williams. And he
stayed in bounds.
Inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. Carr gonna throw. And he will not get
this nigga Trey Flowers is addicted to this nigga Carr's cologne, bruh.
In there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brandon, I think
Trey fucking Flowers.
He goes again.
That is 3 sacks in 1 drive. 4 sacks.
Sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front.
Got a man caught inside the 10.
That man Antonio Brown is wild for that.
Shotgun now for Carr. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like
I really don't want them to score.
To get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator.
That was a nice ass catch by Antonio Brown. I'm not even gonna start.
He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's.
And he is into the end zone for
They really wanted that touchdown. They said, win or lose, we want this.
But they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1-to-5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time.
You got them sticky hands, so show me what you got.
And if you have that 1-to-5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown.
Y'all know what I'm about to do, right? Since they want to make it look like it was a close game. When it was not.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Yeah, I'm so serious,
now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This
so much insult.
A 2-score game.
No injuries.
Is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet.
We won't be meeting you guys until next year. So hold this L until then. But Trey Flowers had a dominant game. Dez Bryant had a dominant game. Andre Davis, dominant game. Damon, solid game. Defense as a whole, solid game.
So for the Lions,
they only had 16 rushing yards.
Cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now.
David Carr started showing up in the third and fourth quarter, though. He started trying to sling it.
Windy City to take on the Bears.
Antonio Brown,
the struggles
he didn't have an amazing game, but he had a nice catch.
And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.
Go ahead, like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll be seeing you on the next episode.
And our entire crew here
Dre
at
burning out.
Saying so long, everybody.